The Muscogee-Creek-Nation Supreme Court will soon decide if Creek freedmen, also known as Black Creeks, will be granted tribal citizenship. This decision will determine the tribal status for hundreds of Oklahomans. Oral arguments were heard by the tribe's justices this morning. Fox 23's Devin Lyon joins us live in studio. Devin, this case is nearly 2 years old, but the debate has been going on for more than 100 years.
That's right. This was first brought to the tribe's Supreme Court back in 2023. But the argument revolves around a treaty at the end of the Civil War and the Muscogee Creek's Constitution from the 70s. Meanwhile, the tribe is concerned if this process and outcome encroaches on their sovereignty. The Muscogee-Creek-Nation Supreme Court heard oral arguments on the tribal status of the Muscogee Freedmen, or Black Creeks. The Freedmen refer to the descendants of African-American slaves who lived with the Muscogee Creeks and were set free in 1866 under a tribal treaty. Fox 23 told you in September of 2023 when a district judge decided descendants of the Freedmen were eligible for tribal citizenship.
Judge Danetta Malza said, no more rejection. No more discrimination. No more degradation.
That ruling was appealed by the tribe's attorney general. Tuesday, Attorney Jana Knott and Demario Solomon Simmons presented their arguments before the court on behalf of freedmen descendants who petitioned for tribal status. Knott and Solomon Simmons claimed that the 1866 tribal treaty gave the freedmen their tribal citizenship. They also claim that members of the Black Creeks voted on the 1979 Constitution, which should have sealed that citizenship. This is the portion of that treaty. Quote, the Creeks, many persons of African descent, these persons lawfully residing in said Creek country under their laws, and their descendants shall have and enjoy all the rights and privileges of native citizens of whatsoever race or color. Attorney Dean Luthi argued on behalf of the Muscogee-Creek-Nation Citizenship Board. He claimed the treaty granted their freedom, but it did not give them full citizenship. He questioned if the original district judge had the authority to grant the freedmen citizenship. In a statement, the Muscogee Creek Nation says their constitution references citizenship as those who are Muscogee Creek's, quote, by blood. They continued in part, quote, we believe that any change to our citizenship laws must come from our own citizens, not from outside interpretations. We believe the questions raised in this case deserve careful legal consideration and respectful dialogue. This is not about denying anyone's story. It's about honoring the process and institutions that make self-government possible. I reached out to all attorneys after the hearing, and none have agreed to go on camera just yet. The tribe Supreme Court says they will release an official decision as soon as possible. Typically, they release their decisions by late June or early July. Live in studio covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
The Muscogee Creek Nation did not allow anyone to use video or audio from the court hearing today, despite it being publicly streamed on their YouTube page. That video has since been taken down. We have our full coverage on this case on fox23.com.